Alright, so first things first, we're going to preheat our oven to 400s. I am using 2 chuck steaks and 3 jumbo russet potatoes. Use as much steak and as much potatoes as you want. Here I am obviously going to take the plastic off. I'm going to stab each potato with a fork 10 times, clean them, pat them dry, cover it with some extra virgin olive oil and some kosher sea salt, and wrap them up in foil, aka we're making a baked potato. That's it. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up, set them aside, and let's get started on the steak. Okay, so I'm going to preheat this skillet. It's a regular old skillet, nothing fancy. Again, we are using chuck steak in this video. Season it with whatever you want to season it with. Use however much seasoning that you want to use. We're going to season both sides. I use seasoned salt, black pepper, onion, and garlic powder, and this Cajun 2-step seasoning that my boyfriend got. Again, our skillet is warming up. And once that is hot, we're going to add about a tablespoon and a half of olive oil, just so we can brown both sides of our steak. So I'm just checking the time. It's 10:16 when I put them in. And 4 minutes later, I am just seeing where we're at. And we got a pretty good sear at the bottom. I'm going to let them cook just for a couple minutes longer before I flip them. Alright, so I let the first side cook for a full 7 minutes, and now we're going to flip. So it's been about 3 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and let this be enough for me. I got it browned on both sides. That's all I wanted. That's what I did. I didn't do anything in between. I didn't add anything else to this besides the oil from the beginning. That's it. Again, this meal is really 100% customizable, and it's so easy. Use whatever steak you want, however much you want. Cook it however well done or not done you want. I'm going to put it in this pan, add a cup of water with a beef cube. Cover it in foil and put it in our preheated oven with our potatoes. So the meat and potatoes are in there together for now. And in about an hour, we are going to go ahead and flip the meat. So I got all of this in here. My clock is going to say 10:29, I think. Let's see. Yep, 10:29. And we are back at 11:25. So 4 minutes shy of an hour. I already know the potatoes ain't done. I'm going to check them anyways. Take the meat out. It's time to flip it. I'm going to add about a half cup of beef broth. If you do not have beef broth, you could do another cup of water with another beef cube or just water. But I'm going to add about a half cup of beef broth and 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 tablespoon on each steak. Okay, so steaks are back in there at 11:28, and we are back about 40 minutes later at 12:07 in the morning. The potatoes have been in there from 10:29 to 12:07, so I know they are done. When I could easily squeeze it, that's all I know is done. We're going to check on this meat. So I'm gonna flip the meat again. Look at these steaks. Whoo! Look at these steaks. So I'm gonna flip them again. I'm gonna add a few drops of W sauce, and I'm gonna add about another half cup of beef broth. I want to keep some liquid in my pan until I feel like the steaks are done for me. Again, people like pink in the middle. People like them damn near raw. People like them overburnt. If this is done for you, take it out, but it's not done for me. So I'm going to put the foil back on and put it back in the oven. Going back in at 12:10. And while the steaks are back in there, I'm going to go ahead and make my bacon and broccoli. Again, use as much bacon as you want. Use as much broccoli as you want. Maybe you don't want to use bacon or broccoli at all. Maybe you want to throw in some shrimp, some chicken. This is completely customizable. So easy. Do whatever you want. It's a loaded potato bowl. So put whatever you want in there. But this is what I'm choosing. I used a whole pound of bacon. And I had about a half bag of broccoli left. So that's what I did. And that's what I got going on right here. While the steak in the oven, broccoli and bacon cooking, I'm going to go ahead and take these potatoes out, put them in a bowl, and mash them up. And I'm going to add some butter to it. Guess what? Again, as much butter as you want to use, if you want to use any. And that's all I'm doing right here. Mashing it up, adding in my butter. I probably used, I'm not going to lie, y'all. I probably used like a cup of butter. Well, it was 3 huge potatoes, though. So it was enough. And that was it. These are the foil pans that I'm using. Again, use whatever you want. But this is what I'm using for my potato bowls. Okay, so it's 12:29. I'm going to go ahead and take my steak out at this point. It's about that time where we're going to cook it a little bit longer, but with the foil off, so that way some of that liquid can get up in them steaks and evaporate within. Look, ooh, y'all, this was so good. It's absolutely a favorite on the menu for me and my boyfriend. And I'm going to just put that back in the oven until most of that liquid is absorbed and gone. So it's only been about 6 minutes and my steak are done to me. These are gorgeous. Sad part is, tell me why for the rest of this video I have my camera recording the complete opposite way. How did I not realize that? I don't know. But from this point on, all I did was cut up my steak. I finished my bacon and my broccoli, put it in with the potatoes with some seasonings and some shredded cheese. Put my steak on the potato bowls. I popped those in the oven until the cheese was melted, and you will see the result at the end. I hope y'all enjoy, and I hope this helps. If you have any questions at all, please comment below, and I will do my best to answer. Thank you.